Hey everybody, Snipertheladiesman here, and welcome to possibly a new playthrough. So this is Crimson Tears, developed by Spike and I believe it's like Dream, something, I forget, but for the most part it's Spike, which, not the television show, it's the company who made the Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, Tenkaichi, all those, was it a Rage and Blast, all those games, and of course Capcom, and of course it's produced by Capcom. And this game actually came place between Devil May Cry 2 and 3. You know, so it's kind of in a it's in a similar vein, which I guess that may be why Capcom picked to publish this. Because it's kind of similar to a beat 'em up. Well, not exactly Devil May Cry, but anyways, so let's get started. What am I kind of thinking here? You know, let's just go on easy. I'm not really too certain. I don't want this to be too dangerously hard. So this is kind of an interesting game. The first kind of notable thing, easily from this, is that the entire game is randomly generated. But I'll say more after this.
Lana? Amber, Tokyo, Katie, did you manage to escape?
Lana!
That's Lana's voice.
Amber, Tokyo, Katie,
We all made it out okay. Lana, where are you?
I'm okay. No matter where I am, my thoughts will always reach you. Don't worry. I was designed for that.
What about Abel? He's a humanoid just like the three of us are. He must still be alive somewhere.
What about Dr. Kosugi?
Abel is probably there. Dr. Kosugi, too.
Then they're somewhere in the city?
So I guess we're supposed to go look for them, right?
No one has set foot in the city since it was sealed off. The monsters have taken over the place. Only one person can get in at a time. And you are the only ones capable.
Yeah. It sounds like we're the only ones up to the task.
So what, we're supposed to be monster exterminators now?
Perfect.
Perfect?
Yeah, I totally want to test out my skills. What, you guys don't wanna?
I guess so. You two wait here. I'll go.
Wait.
Yeah, hang on. Why should you get to be the one to go, Tokyo?
I'll go.
Hey, wait, I want to go.
Only one can enter at a time.
Yeah, I know that.
Only one of us can get in. So I'm going. Case closed.
Amber, hey!
Once she's made up her mind, there's no change in it.
Don't worry. I have no intention of getting killed. See, dying isn't an option.
There's a water processor. It was used to break down industrial water for recycling. But there are violent emissions of poisonous gases here and there, so be careful.
Alright, so I think that's it for...
Your battle starts here from this base. First, go out into the city and get ready. Gather the various things you need for battle. There are weapons and recovery items on sale. You'll need the returner to get out of the dimension maze. Make sure you get it.
Oh, what, you stopped talking? Okay. Okay, so now we actually have a first able to move around. So this is basically the hub area that you can kind of run around and buy items and weapons and all the stuff you kind of need.
This is what
these
you're
people
after,
are
Some
going to
medicine?
be vendors. So right now we have 2,000 gold that we can spend on. So what do we want? Is a returner, right? Yeah, that's what we need. Let's get a couple energy drinks, and only because I know this, coolant is going to be very useful, and we'll kind of get into what these are used for.
I'll get some better stuff in for next.
A little bit later.
Buying, get lost.
Okay, so for her, oh, that's one for guns.
The goods are good.
So that's not
My
for her.
favorite customer.
I think this guy.
Thank you.
Actually, what do I
Think
currently
hard
have
when
on
to
me?
use a weapon or tool. Their use can be a help or a hindrance in battle.
You can check your character's stats, use or equip items you're carrying. Attack, defense, level, experience. The items. Okay. So I have the common sword. They're selling the common sword, so I'm not gonna bother with it.
Hello.
What do you talk about again? Okay, really nothing. Alright, so as you can kind of see, this game's kind of, just basing off the first few cutscenes, it's kind of weird looking. It's kind of weird looking at first. I don't want to switch to anybody at the moment. So let's head to the basement here.
Here you can take a break or teleport into the dimension maze. Are you ready? If you are, try getting onto the teleporter.
Set the stage with the cursor. This activates the teleporter, which will transport you there. So at the moment, we can only go to the water processor. And now here's the thing. I haven't actually beaten this game. I've actually gotten about a little over halfway, to the point where I think these last 3 levels were still question marks to me. But I unlocked the other ones. But let's head on in and let's see here. So again, as I was saying, the entire game is randomly generated, which is kind of good. Which is good for even just not only for multiple playthroughs, but a first time, regardless. So the dimension maze at each stage is different from the last, as I just said. Left analog stick. Yep, gain items, weapons, and we'll gain experience to strength to level up.
The thing above the enemy is the lock-on mark. It automatically follows enemies in an attack. It will appear in your eye. That's another ability of a biological weapon.
Press the attack button and move the left analog stick towards the nearby enemy to lock on. Yep, so that means it's locked on. So at the moment right now, pretty much we kind of have horizontal and vertical. Well, for some weapons it goes by that. Right now, we got basic attacks. And I don't think it really says in any sort of actually no. Oh, that's right. We have to go back to our base if we want to actually check that out. But pretty much, square and X do different attacks, and of course you can combo them into different moves. And there's a whole string of different moves. So there's a lot of combos to keep you interested. So pretty much what we need to do is make our way over to the exit and get to the boss. Now pretty much from what I've been playing, there's generally about anywhere between 3 to 4 stages like this before you get to the boss of the area. And I'm kind of actually trying to remember, because it's actually been a while since I've last played this, but I believe that if you want to exit, you do have to use a returner, and I believe that's the only other way, of course, unless of course beating the stage. Okay, so that's going to lead us just right back. So we just made a full circle. So in some way, it's good to not only complete the level as soon as possible, but it's also good to browse around and defeat as many enemies as possible, because obviously that gives you more experience, and the more experience will obviously help you. So at the moment, everything is going to be kind of basic when it comes to fighting, because we haven't upgraded ourselves. Alright, so we're getting a couple items here. That'll be terrible for us. Alright, so now we just gotta head back up to the middle. So at the moment right now, circle at the moment does nothing, but that would basically be your gun or secondary weapon, which is usually a gun. R1 is actually block. R2 and L2 do absolutely nothing, as far as I've known. And L1 is more or less a back dodge.
There's a teleporter in this room for getting to the next floor. Use that to get further inside.
Okay. We will go on ahead and do that. There's nothing else in here? Nope. Yeah, so I believe the first stage, there's going to be about, I believe, 3 basements, or I believe about 3 different levels before you get to the actual boss. Which thankfully the boss is just one complete fight, so you don't have to worry about going through an entire level and then getting to a boss at the end. One entire level can just be the boss. So one of you will probably notice that I've been doing a couple times is when I'm up against when I'm behind an enemy and they're not aware of me, you can instantly take down enemies kind of in stealth if they haven't detected you. Just go over behind them and attacking them, and that can be pretty helpful. Wow, these guys are going crazy on me. I need to... Whoa. So here's triangle. Then I might as well show that off. So that's more or less a special attack. Oh crap, poison. Yeah, so I can either wait for it to pass, but I'm just going to use a cure right away. Yeah, so triangles, again, it's more or less your special attack, but you'll kind of notice that my gauge below my health has actually increased quite a bit after using it. Well, that's kind of an overdrive to not only your weapon, but kind of you as well. And what I mean by that is, it's overdrive. Well, it will state, when it happens, but overdrive is more or less when you use up you can only use your weapon for a certain amount of hits before it kind of overheats. And when you overheat, the good thing about that is you get increased speed, attack speed, and I believe damage as well. So you kind of think, okay, cool, you might want to get it into overdrive, or whatever. You might want to get that bar all the way full as soon as possible. There's of course a negative. After a certain amount of time, and it's not exact, but I would say, give or take 20, 30 seconds, maybe more in like 30 seconds or so. Is that poison ever gonna wear out? But yeah, I would say more or less about 80 seconds or so. Wow, how are you still alive? Yeah, more or less 30 seconds or so when the overdrive has been active for. You will lose, and I'm not joking here, 95% of your health to whatever point your maximum health is. So pretty much at this point, I have 217 health. If I were to get into overdrive right now, and after it would drop me down to 21 health, regardless of how much I have before. So, and actually not only that too, but while you're in that state, you are constantly losing health at the same time. So having to be able to fight off enemies, as well as making sure that your health is good while it's draining super fast, can kind of be a little bit of a troubling situation at times. But it's a very high risk reward sort of thing that I kind of find. It's extremely high risk reward. So as you can see, I'm getting up there. Yeah, so I'm getting up there pretty quickly, and that's why. Wow, jeez, these guys are on their A game. I don't want to touch the poison. But okay, looks like that's it. So let's head back to the teleporter. And let's move on up to the next floor, which is either going to be the boss fight or a third basement level. Yeah, okay, just as I thought. Okay, should we... I'm trying to think if we should continue now. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it off here. And we'll kind of see what happens. So honestly, what I'm going to kind of ask here is if this game seems interesting, you know, or you'd like to see, definitely like to see more, give it a like, leave some comments saying, hey, this seems cool, something around that line, and I will definitely make sure to get more episodes going. But yeah, so I will leave it off here for today. So for Amber, we will see you all next time.